We're live, by the way, everyone. Whew. There we go. Bring the mic in a little closer. Hello, hi. Hi, everybody. I'm just drinking cold water now. Hi!
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
We have another special guest today.
Hey,
Hello.
that's my job. Back off.
Sorry.
Anyways, everybody, we have a special guest here today. Oh my gosh. Reeve, are you gonna say hello? Are you gonna tell them?
Said hi earlier. Hi again.
It's Reeve, everybody. Hi, hello. Okay, we're gonna get started.
Woohoo.
Because we gotta get this shit done.
Yep. Again. Yes, Reef, our resident supermodel, voice appearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention on this sword. Allow me to demonstrate just how sharp this blade truly is. See that? No tricks or gimmicks. A very sharp sword indeed. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, watch as I take this sword and... Presto Sordo! There, I've switched it. And now... As you can see, the blade is not steel, but rubber. How he look balder than usual. Bravo, Miss Wright. Well, she switches. I switched them in a flash. I couldn't see her do it at all. She's completely turned the room around. The hecklers are being drowned out by all the cheering. Where did the steel sword vanish off to, Miss Wright? In order to deepen our understanding of the case, please tell us if you would. I'm not asking out of mere curiosity, just so you know. I usually hide the steel sword backstage when I switch them during the show. How? So when you thrust the rubber sword onto the coffin, the steel sword wasn't even on stage, but behind the curtain? Exactly! So as you see, there is a trick and a gimmick to it after all. And as for where the steel sword went when I performed the trick just now, it's a secret. Wouldn't want to spoil the magic for you now, would I? Trucy keeping that shit on hand in case you get the guilty verdict. She is not about to go out without taking a couple people with her. That's our Trucy. Yeah, still. Miss Wright? That part where you spun around. That's an actual part of the sword switching trick you do for the show, right? Right. The other parts, like the apple, were just to help my explanation here in court. That's funny. I think I found an inconsistency in her testimony. Uh-oh.
No.
Well, so I'm not the only one. We have the video, right?
I should.
Do we get to see her spin in here? so ass at filming, bro. I can't get over it. Wow. Fire him.
Did she come back on stage with the rubber sword? Wait.
So we didn't get to see her spin. She just appeared with the sword.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that part. It makes me sad. She was so clearly trying to keep a smile on her face. Let's see. And it looks like I'm not the only one. I don't know what it's doing there. But now that I've found it, I have to get to the bottom of it. Now then, Mr. Justice, you may go ahead and question the witness. Well, thank you for the rose. But try not to ask dumb questions and spoil this wondrous magic. Bro loves it. He's holding that to, like, close to his heart. Thank you for the second rose.
Generous.
I thought this was supposed to be my cross-examination. He said, don't ruin this for me!
Bless you.
Yeah, she definitely didn't fucking do that. Yeah, it has to be this one.
Objection!
Let's get it out of here. Miss Wright, there's something I'd like to confirm with you. What is it, Apollo? There seems to be a discrepancy between the way you performed the trick for us just now and the way it appears in the show footage. What? That can't be! I performed it exactly the same way both times! Then what's going on here? Miss Wright, I have the show footage right here. And the part where you twirl your cape around is missing from it. What? But I did it! So, it really is the exact moment you switched the swords? Yes, that's right. I knew it.
Cameraman's so bad they turned off the camera for like 2 seconds.
Cameraman's so ass. He ruining lives, bro. Fucking Christ. They saw him on World Star high school fight videos, and it was like, perfect, hire him. Like, are you serious?
She's like, I love your videos.
Like, good.
Hi, Cloud.
Well, I certainly never expected the defense to expose the accused lie for me. Mr. Justice, does this mean that you are arguing that the defendant did not swap the swords during the actual magic show? I'm not gonna lie, why would she need to?
Yeah.
They have not explained why she would need to do that at all.
They swapped Mr. Hat. He probably had the real sword.
Why would Mr. Hat need a real sword either? It's not like they were cutting stuff.
That's true.
No, Your Honor. That wasn't my intention. I mean, I did swap them. I know I did. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Objection!
Human memory is unreliable at best. But in this case, I'm afraid that it is the witness herself who cannot be trusted. We can see the footage for ourselves. The claims of this witness are false. But... Now that it has been proven that the accused did not swap swords, it means that the use of the steel sword to pierce the coffin was wholly intentional. And by the way, was it not you, Mr. Justice, who argued that Mr. Mr. Rias's death was not an accident, but a murder? I assume you have no objections to that still? It was, after all, your own assertion. Hey, so here's the thing that gets me. This argument doesn't work, because we could just say that the real mastermind put this all into play to get him killed.
Yeah.
Like, that does... What? Objection! The defense has an objection. Mr. Apollo Justice, I demand you withdraw the discrepancy you pointed out now! But there is a discrepancy, and it must mean something. I'm sure of it. Would the defense team kindly save their spat until after the court is adjourned? Now, after all of this debate, it seems we've come back around to the original argument. The defendant knew about the prank plan that would place the victim inside the coffin. What's more, the defendant did not perform the sword-switching trick on stage. Through her actions, I'm afraid I have come to see the true intentions of the accused. Her murderous intentions. It's such a shame. But I did switch the swords. I swear. You're knee-deep in it now, Justice.
He's always fumbling. Why do they make him do this?
Uh-oh. Ooh! Excuse me. Let's see, you are... which one again? Benny? No, that's not right. Body? It's Bunny. You were mixing the two names together, Your Honor. No, pardon me. And you have something you wish to say, Bonnie? Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to testify. About what? The more I think about it, the less possible it seems. I don't believe Trucy killed Mr. Rias. Bonnie? Bonnie! The goat! Because she tried to... Remember, before the break, everyone, she tried to actually come backstage and talk to us. And then Batty pulled up and was like, don't speak to them! Oh my god. Don't you speak to them! The god.
You lost, Reeve.
Hey, what's the big idea? Such an incredibly gifted and talented magician would never commit murder. I refuse to believe it. What are you talking about? You harebrained hare? You keep your trap shut. I got a bag of baby carrots for you, so chew on those and pipe down. No, I won't be quiet. What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me? Trucy said something to me once. Huh? She said, no matter how scared you get, no matter how mean people are to you, you can't give in or give up. That's what being a professional magician is all about. Isn't that right, Trucy? That's right, Bonnie. I've always been afraid to stand up to Betty. Afraid to defy her. So I did what she said. But when I saw Trucy today, she gave me strength. She's just gonna try and trick us again with her magic. Nah, they wanted her ass dead. Look at that. That's like, okay, Papyrus. Fuck. Whoa.
Death penalty is insane. That is a child.
Death penalty.
Like, my Wi-Fi cut out again?
Nope.
Reeve lives.
What just happened?
I'd like to make a small request. How about instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened? Would that be alright, Your Honor? You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourselves. Seeing her courage, the way she kept smiling despite everything, she's just incredible. So I'm not going to run away. I'm scared, but for once, I'm going to be brave. What have you done to my sister, Trucy, Wright? You've practically brainwashed her. Oh, it's the power of Trucy's conviction. That's what it is. It touched Bonnie's heart. Oh. Yeah, Trucy really is one magical girl. Bonnie, is the topic of your testimony related to the thing that's bothering you? The thing you tried to tell us about in the lobby during the recess? Yes. Ever since I saw the show footage, something's been nagging at me. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something is off. I feel like something about it is different from what I saw on the stage. They altered the footage. Because why did he had that shit ready to give to us too, mind you?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh man, thanks.
And it kind of cut for a second, I think. I saw.
Let's see. Let's watch it again.
At least there's no song playing this time. Wait a minute.
If there was a cut, it had to be before. I don't know. I didn't see it cut, but it was weirdly filmed.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that, Bonnie? I wonder if it was shown on TV. I wonder if what was shown on TV is really the same as what happens on stage.
Objection!
Of course it is. The show has only been performed once, after all. It can't show anything other than what happened on that stage yesterday.
Objection!
But Bonnie's testimony deserves our attention. We have to examine the show footage. But what can we check it against? Do you have some sort of other footage of the show? Well, I have some show footage. You do? One of the TV station's cameramen said he was a fan of mine. He kept his camera on me throughout the entire show. Fucking pervert. And then afterwards, he gave me the footage he shot as a present. He did? To tell you the truth, I thought it was kind of creepy. So I was gonna get rid of it.
Hold it!
Please submit the footage to the court. Now then, let's take a look at this new footage. Ew!
Oh, wow.
Is bro laying on the floor?
Yeah, we tried to zoom in. Hi. He probably picked that seat on purpose, too.
Wow, okay then. He really did keep his camera on Bonnie the whole time, didn't he? I think this cameraman needs to keep his personal feelings out of his work.
Yeah.
Well, Defense, do you still believe this new footage is worth inspecting?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I do! Okay, so how are you gonna go about this? It was when the cards got thrown at her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that wasn't there before. Let's try comparing the two. We just might find an inconsistency between them. An inconsistency? Huh? Yes, the two pieces of footage are of the same scene, so they should match up. But Bonnie felt there was something off about the original footage. So if we can pick out what's different between the two, we'll know what Bonnie found strange. Exactly. Plus, we may figure out why the original doesn't show the sword switching trick. Your Honor, the defense would like to compare these two pieces of show footage. Very well, I will allow it. What a waste of time. Apollo, do you know how to compare the two pieces of footage? No, I've never done it before. I'll give you a little lesson then. Use the video player's buttons to go through the footage. When you want to speed through, use the fast forward button. And if you want to go back, use the rewind button. B. If you want to halt the playback, just use the pause button. C. Oh, and by the way, if you fast forward or rewind when the playback is paused, you can do a slow frame-by-frame playback. Okay, and so how do I switch between the two videos? Just use the switch camera button. Q. Now, if you find a difference between the two pieces of footage, put the cursor over what's different, and present R. Thanks, Athena. You really know your stuff. Not really. I just gave it some gusto and then went with my gut on most of it. What? I sure hope she guessed right. Anyway, let's give it a try.
I'm glad they kept the music.
Yep.
Take that!
Nice.
This is it right here. Take a good look at this scene and compare it to the video shot from the front. Oh, the playing cards don't appear in the video shot from the front. Hey, you're right. What's going on here? Miss Wright, can you tell us about these playing cards? Ooh, those? They're the cards I throw when I do the sword switching trick. What? He's so scary. I don't like when he does that face. It's pissing me off today. I don't like it. Mr. Justice, does this mean?
His ears are so large.
Yes, it means that the sword switching trick was cut from the TV show footage. So the footage was edited? Yes, with malicious intent. That is absurd. So, are you stupid? Please don't piss me off. Because, like, you
already
saw
had
both
technology.
clips. Well, we must get to the bottom of this right away. Bailiff, the TV station might still have the unedited footage. Go see what you can find out. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. He's in the crowd. Where is he? Ugh. No socks? I know it stinks.
These ankles are disgusting.
He doesn't wear socks. Grown man don't wear socks in his shoes, bro.
I know it reeks.
Stinky ass shoes. It's you. Now hold up, Your Honor. This is all just a big misunderstanding. Believe you me. Give a guy a chance to defend himself before you start pointing fingers. Mind you, nobody was pointing fingers at him yet. Not a soul pointed a finger at him yet. That's the real reason he's here. Because he's the fucking killer. And who might you be? Wait, what if he has the no-show socks? No, those are not no-show socks shoes. You need a little sock showing. It looks worse with no socks showing.
I bet there's like black footprints in those shoes.
He takes his feet out, his soles are fucking black, bro. They are charcoaled.
Poured upside down, there's some rocks in there.
Right. Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself there. Yeah, what? Here is my business card. Charmed to make your acquaintance, Your Honor.
Ew.
Oh, well, how very polite of you. Hi, it's lovely to meet you too, Prosecutor Shadmahi. Shadmahi? Fuck. Sadmahi, please, take my card! A business card? Ah, yes. I read about this custom among businessmen in this country. I have even familiarized myself with the various replies. How do you do, good sir? Or, what's crack-a-lackin', homie? That's not for you.
Never say that again.
That one's not for you.
The whitest man I've ever seen in my life.
He was not taking note of what the people saying these terms looked like, mind you. For example. Oh, you're from Take-Two TV, are you, witness? Come to think of it, I believe I've seen you on television before. Yes, Roger Reitens, otherwise known as Ratings Raja. He is a TV producer and appears on many of his own shows as of late. He is best known for his catchphrase, hang loose, baby. Oh my, so you're the Ratings Raja. Hang loose, judgy baby. Nice courtroom you got there. I never thought I'd get to meet you in person. His voice isn't as deep as it was originally because I'm getting better. I was very sick when I started playing this case. But Prosecutor Sadmahi, how do you know so much about him? In preparation for the case, I watched all of his shows. All of them? It's been a day!
Yikes.
What the hell? I found the Ratings Raja Goes to Burger Barn of particular interest. It inspired me to visit the restaurant straight away to learn more about the local cuisine. He doesn't look like he eats meat. I don't know. He's not giving meat eater.
It's giving pescatarian.
What? You went to Burger Barn? Who would have thought? You must have really wanted to try it, huh, buddy? Cause that line, whoo! Compared to my ascetic training, an hour's wait is nothing. I recommend the Southwestern Burger with jalapeno jack cheese, by the way. I'm having a really hard time picturing him in line for burgers. Prosecutor Sadmahi's unexpected enthusiasm for food aside, Mr. Reitens, what is this misunderstanding you mentioned? Well, for starters, it's true that the footage was edited. You'll get your hands on this anyway, so I might as well show you the unedited footage. It's a pretty long video, so I'll just show you the part with the playing cards. You can see the cards when Trucy spins around, so keep your eyes peeled.
Cute.
Did you see the part that was cut where Trucy switched the swords? She spins around and the playing cards go flying. Everything's like it's supposed to be. Then it seems the defendant really did swap swords during the trick. Which means the sword Mr. Wright thrust into the coffin was the rubber one. In other words, Miss Wright couldn't have killed Mr. Rias. Yeah, see, that's the first misunderstanding right there. They're gonna say that she swapped the other sword. All this arguing just for them to be like, okay, cool, anyway, so she actually swapped opposite? What do you mean? Well, Trucy definitely did swap swords, as you saw. So yeah, maybe she didn't kill Mr. Rias when she stabbed the coffin. But that just means he was killed after he showed up, pretending to be a corpse. So you're saying that up until that point, everything was going according to the script? If that's true, then how exactly do you think he was killed? It was after the dragon set piece came crashing down. Very clearly. Yeah, because you would have heard him scream or something if he was taken out while he was in the box. That's what I was saying. So if everybody's screaming, they think that this guy's dead, mind you. They're screaming, the dragon falls down, they're running out. It's the perfect time to, like, get him, because even if he screams, it just kind of gets covered up with everybody else's.
Trucy ran.
I say Trucy murdered Mr. Rias when she was hidden from view behind the set piece. She could have easily done it behind that huge dragon, and nobody be the wiser. I see, indeed. There is a ring of truth to your assertion. You bet. Plus, there's a suspicious-looking shadow in the footage, too. It's toward the end of the footage, just before the dragon hits the stage. It might be easier just to see it for yourselves. Yeah, when I said it was his soul leaving his body. Why did they cut it off so fast that time? It's only for a split second, so it's hard to catch, but look here. And this suspicious shadow must be Trucy.
What?
What? We just watched her go the opposite direction.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
She's using the steel sword she hid behind the curtain during the trick to kill the victim. Now that you mentioned, I suppose it does look that way. Please, Your Honor, I do not want to have to get mad at you.
It's too late.
The witness is just trying to ram his theory down your throats, Your Honor. And that's not all. Aren't we forgetting that the witness willfully edited the sword switch out of the footage? Please talk during the moments when we show the footage. No. I'm watching it too.
We're focusing.
Roman, when I'm not going in the background while the footage, like, what? We're watching the footage together. That's how it's supposed to be watched. You see?
Locked in.
There's your second
Locked in.
misunderstanding right there. Your Honor, would you mind if I testified about it? I've seen people testify on TV, and I've always wanted to give it a shot. That would be fine with me. Let's demolish him. Oh my god. Time to get to work. That would be fine with me. Prosecutor Sadmahi? This is quite unexpected. It threatens to disrupt the karmic course of this case. Hey, lighten up, pretty boy. You're gonna like what I've got to say, promise.
Back off.
Very well. However, pretty boy, hold on, I'm 25, not 19. By the way, like,
Back off.
calm down. I'm a grown man, I'm not a teenager. Oh, my bad, sorry. Who are you talking to like that? If you do anything to impede the last rites for the victim, I will have you removed. Alright, with Prosecutor Sadmahi's permission, please give us your testimony, Mr. Reitens. Roger Reitens, the rating Raja, now Kaiser of the courtroom. I'm taking over the floor, so listen up, loyal viewers.
Shut up. Sorry.
He dressed like shit, that's how you know he rich.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Can you just get rid of him?
Need him gone.
And the footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. Scenes are spliced together, long or boring scenes are cut out. All the stations edit footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously or something. It was just a coincidence that that particular scene was cut. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, right.
What? You got proof that I had an ulterior motive for editing the footage? I see. Oh. Thank you for the... What was sent? Thank you for the rose. I see. So you're saying it was a coincidence that the sword swapping scene was cut? That's right. Glad you got the picture.
Objection!
Coincidence? That's just a little too convenient if you ask me. Ooh, an objection. How cool. It sure packs a lot more punch when you hear it live. Do that again. I want to get another shot from a different angle. My objection is not for your entertainment. And cut. There, I got some good stuff here.
Send that to me. Sorry.
Mr. Reitens, filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Whoops, my bad, Judge. If the defense has an issue, it can point it out during its cross-examination. It's... Hey, my pronouns are hey, him! My pronouns... Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Justice.
What the hell?
Like, damn.
Cancelled.
Got me fucked up.
Hold it!
Of all the scenes you could have cut, why the sword switching trick? That seems like too much of a coincidence to me. Oh, so now you're gonna tell me how I'm supposed to edit my programs, Big Shot? It's hard being the boss, kid. You gotta make the tough choices, like which content gets cut. Oh, so now you're admitting 100% it is you that cut that content, too.
Mm-hmm.
He could have played it off like, oh, I didn't have anything to do with it, it's randomly cut. Nuh-uh. Then let me ask you this. Why exactly did you make such a tough choice in this case? You wouldn't understand, champ. It's all about artistic vision. His fit is so ass, bro. I tell ya, people tell you how to do your job when they don't know the first thing about it.
He's a genuine eyesore.
He really is. Thank God. May he get the death
Stupid little
sentence.
beard.
Praise be.
For real.
I may not know TV, but I know evidence law. And boy, do I have some for you, champ. I might not be able to show that your selective editing was intentional. However, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves it.
Take that!
No!
No.
Huh? What's that you got there? It has to be this, because that's like the thing that he used to frickin' scam, right? This is the contract you had Miss Wright sign just before the magic show. I didn't click that. Is it right beside it? No, it isn't. Thank God. Okay, it's gonna be the clipboard stuff. Because I clicked the clipboard.
They hate you.
In this contract between the first party, Take-Two TV, and the second party, Miss Wright, reads, if through the fault of the second party, the show must be cancelled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party. Oh, God. $3 million? That's a completely unreasonable sum. I couldn't agree more. And of course, Miss Wright doesn't have that kind of money. Nevertheless, Roger Reitens had her sign this unreasonable contract anyway. Or more accurately, he conned her into signing it. Conned her? How did he do that? There's a trick to the clipboard that was used by Miss Wright to sign her contract. It houses carbon paper that can secretly copy her signature onto other documents. Oh, come on now. That's quite a nasty accusation you're slinging my way. For starters, you don't have any proof I had anything to do with that carbon paper stuff. Just because Trucy and her agency can't pay up, that doesn't mean I conned her. But $3 million. That's totally out of reach. That's totally out of reach for the average person. In any case, this is important to new information. Please add it to your testimony, Mr. Reitens. It was right. Yay! Where's your proof linking me to that tricked out clipboard? You don't have any, do you? Where's that one thing? Oh, it's Doi.
Objection!
Yes.
You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But if you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Hey kid, would it kill you to enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster? I'd like you to take a look at Miss Wright's signature here on this note. Now let's compare that signature to the one here on this contract. Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same. That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their name in exactly the same way twice, unless it's a copy. These signatures are proof positive that you conned Miss Wright. And they definitely prove your malicious intent. Say, not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in you.
Oh, at least he admitted
This is
it.
really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure. Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. Reitens. The fact is you bear ill will against my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intent. Isn't that right?
Objection!
What a forced argument defense. I should knock you right in your fucking face. Like, enough is enough. You know what? You know what? Your glove doesn't match with the rest of your outfit. Yeah! Yeah! All you have really proven is not his ill will toward Miss Wright, but his pecuniary greed. Pecuniary greed. That's right. Just wanted money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar, that's all. Hey, so why are we ignoring that this note is clearly, like, trying to frame her as knowing about the prank? After all, I'd never even crossed paths with Trucy before this magic show. So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will. Right? You didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy. You'll see, I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those Gramarye magicians are all a bunch of lowlives.
Oh, okay.
I can't prove it with anything, but things he said all point to that fact. There must be something between the two of them that gave birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger Reitens and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them. Dude. Connection? What is it now? Just, what are you getting at, Mr. First of all, who the fuck are you sighing at? Didn't you just talk about how you waited in line for an hour for a fucking burger? God forbid I argue for my fucking client. Golly. You know, life-changing, life-ending fucking shit going on here. Sorry to disturb you. Like, damn.
Yeesh.
Just, what are you getting at, Mr. Justice? It is futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely, it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims.
Objection!
It's you.
You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me. But once you hear my argument, you'll wish you'd taken me a whole lot more seriously. Will I, really? Very well then. Do proceed. Did you figure something out, Apollo? Nope, not a thing. What? That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training. I hope you know what you're doing. If you're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice, I hope you're ready to elaborate. What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Reitens? Their dating is crazy. Actually, yes, they are. They're actually dating, Your Honor. Throw him in prison.
Yeah, get him out.
Disgusting.
Sick and evil.
That sleight of hand trick Mr. Reitens did during the recess earlier. Like, he's a magician too. Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want me to get the bailiff? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me. What if Mr. Reitens is a magician too? What if? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me. Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way.
Objection!
Your argument is hardly worth responding to.
Whatever.
But by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of I have a freaking itchy ass head. Hold on. Quranism states, he who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he isn't gonna get it anyway.
Boo.
But we saw Mr. Reitens perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. Well, I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician. You must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor? If a connection is tenuous, that is all it takes, then every magician in the country could potentially bear ill will toward the accused. I guess you're right. No, he's not right. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you, short stuff? You show your disgusting, nasty legs and the ugliest pair of pants that don't even match with your outfit, bro. I wouldn't worry about being, like, tall or short or whatever. Like, I'd worry about getting your drip together. Look at me, I'm fitted. What's it called? My drip makes me at least 6'4" in the eyes of the ladies. Who's with me?
Hell yeah.
Well, you on the other hand, I doubt they think you're that tall. Looking at you. How tall do y'all think he is? Not that tall, that's for sure.
5'9".
He would do well
He's
to cleanse that
competent.
putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Poni. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of a monkey. A numbskull for a numbskull. Well, this numbskull has thick skin, so there. Well, yeah, you kind of have to. Like, every day of your life is this. Oh my goodness. I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it? Hold on. I can think of one person. One magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Troop Grammary. Oh? No way! Is something wrong, Mr. Justice? Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time. I see, and what sort of evidence do you have for us? Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime. What? And what have you come up with this time, defense? Trucy Wright is the sole heir to Trope Grammary and its name. This puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician. And this piece of evidence points to that one person with a grudge against Miss Wright.
Take that!
And who exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice? 13 years ago, the great Mr. Rias belonged to Troop Grammary. But then the troop ousted him, and Mr. Rias vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what better way to accomplish that than through the ruination of their sole heir? But Mr. Rias is the victim, Mr. Justice. You've named a dead man as your suspect. But is he really dead?
Ooh. Ooh.
What do you mean, is he really dead? If the fact that Mr. Rias is the victim is what's throwing you off, then how about we consider this possibility? His arm. What if the man who died on that stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Rias? What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say? And y'all...
You called it.
What? And fucking jerking off over here was talking about some... whatever that means. What? What are you talking about? Like, I knew what I was fucking talking about. I said it. I've been saying it. And you guys treated me like I was fucking crazy. I was saying, hey, what if he's actually Mr. Rias? And you guys are like, oh, no, me, what? That's crazy. Now look at me! Damn!
No, you were wrong.
Ignorance is bliss. But not... Now look, because I told you, I said he looks like he hasn't aged a fucking day. That makes no sense. 13 years? Minimum? Fuck no. What? You mean the victim was an imposter? Roblox smirk man face. Not mysterious. What about the real mysterious? That would mean the real mysterious is still alive. And that's absurd. Oh, he dressed like shit too. Always has, to be fair.
Ugh, it's so infuriating.
Mr. Justice, who is the real Mysterious, if not the victim of this case? Time to lock in. It's all coming together now. We'll finally see the gimmick. The trick to this entire case. No, you sound crazy right now. Please, y'all never get to say that to me again. Y'all never get to say that to me again. I'm so on the next level. I'm so next level. I'm so next level. I'm on that Jimmy Neutron next level. Think brain blast. Okay, I don't want to hear shit about sounding crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Y'all be trying to gaslight me. I know now. I thought he was gonna throw the beads at Apollo. He did earlier. This should explain everything, Your Honor. The real killer. The one who hated Troop Grammary and wanted to sully its name. The magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mysterious in his stead. In his stead. The real Mysterious is Phoenix Wright. Yeah. They put them literally right beside each other.
They're not subtle at all.
This is what I told y'all. I told y'all too. They weren't subtle at all with the setup here. Cause look, they literally like put the characters that know each other together.
Yeah.
Except her. She was added later. But they put them like beside each other. What's it called? They say he's supposed to be 30, but they say he's 35 here. Bullshit. He should be much older. They were old as fuck. All those people in the fucking game, what happened? They changed how old it was. They were talking about black and white TVs, bro. I ain't forget.
Take that!
But that's... Yes. Yes, it is. Roger Reitens is the real Mr. Reedus. What? Him?
Objection!
Oh, hollow red pepper, your impotent seeds sprout not but meaningless empty words. You can't possibly have proof to support such an outlandish theory. It's not a bad idea for a soap opera, but not even diehard fans of the genre would stick around past the pilot. Bro has locked the fuck in. He's not even like not even like a sweat drop. You know what I mean?
I'll give him that, but nothing else.
Like, holy shit, he is locked the fuck in. You want proof? Well, I've got proof. I can prove it by proving that look at the arm. Right in that picture.
Nope.
That the Mysterious at yesterday's magic show was a fake. Imagine you get hired to pretend to be this guy, and then you just get freaking murked. And I had to do... And to do that, I just need you to look at this spot on the poster.
Take that!
Get him. Get him.
This is the injury Mysterious sustained whilst practicing a magic trick 13 years ago. However, the video the victim shot of himself shows no trace of that injury. Don't lie, you're absolutely right. Now, Mr. Reitens, what do you suppose we'd find if we took a look at your right forearm? Is there by chance a nasty 13-year-old scar under that sleeve of yours?
Hmm?
Well, Mr. Reetons, why don't you roll up your sleeve and let the court have a look? Are you hiding something else up there? I'm not gonna lie, Apollo, he rich as fuck. He could have just got plastic surgery.
Yeah, skin grafts or something.
Come on now, I have nothing up my sleeve, then roll it up. I don't need to hide anything up there because I don't require no tricks or gimmicks. For you see, my magic is the real deal. Ooh. There it is.
Please change your clothes. Disgusting, man.
The roll-up kind of helped him a little bit, but that shit is still ugly. Oh, there it is! The scar! Take that fit off, bro. Just as I thought. That's right. I'm the forgotten magician, abandoned to the dark understage of history. Hey, did you notice that Trucy invited you to do a show together? Invited Mr. Rias to do a show together? Meaning that she wanted to connect with you and actually have a bond? Or do we just pretend that wasn't a thing? Whatever.
That's a little girl.
Evil.
The great Mr. Rias.
Okay.
This is totally absurd. Gold ass boots too. Look at him. He walking around in gold boots, bro. Are you serious?
Crazy.
How ironic, wouldn't you say? That this odious mark carved into me by Troop Grammary would bring me back to the limelight once more. You're kind of a fucking washed up loser. I'm sorry, Tim. Like, Mr. Rias went from being in the Grammary Troop to fucking up and fumbling that, and then now he's dating 19-year-old teenage girls. At 35. He should be older, mind you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not really in the limelight, you're just kind of a fucking loser. Strange are the karmic threads before me. If the witness is the real Mr. Rias, then who is the victim who perished in the magic show? He was but a fan. I met him on one of my programs several... Wow, you're
That's
evil.
Wow.
That's crazy. He's evil. He said he had become a magician out of admiration for the great Mr. Rias. In confidence, I told him my true identity, and let him take on my mantle. And when did this man take over for you? About 2 years ago. I taught him my tricks, and even acted as his producer. And so, a mere amateur became a popular magician overnight. Courtesy of my magic on the stage we call television.
Wow.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh, you nasty.
You really had us all fooled. Mr. Reetons, or should I say, Mr. Rias. In your hatred of Troop Grammar, you killed the victim, Mr. Mystery. Or Mr. Mystery. Ugh. And then set up Miss Wright to take the fall, didn't you? You did it all just to tarnish the Grammary name? I have no idea what you're talking about, lad. I set up the prank, well, that much is true. But it was simply a harmless joke on Trucy, I assure you. Yet she learned of the plan and made use to commit murder. That's how strongly the criminal element runs in the blood of these Grammaries.
Objection!
That's not how DNA works, by the way, in case y'all were wondering. But if it was a secret prank plan that very few people knew about, couldn't you have been the one to use it for the murder instead? Yikes!
Please.
His head? Just kidding. Oh, what the heck was that? Heed my words, lawyer lad, for I fear your grasp on reality is slipping. I do believe I told you that my magic is real, and employs neither tricks nor gimmicks. Enough with the ambiguity. Ambiguity. There we go. Ambiguity. Ambiguity. Why don't you make your point already? My alibi is as pristine as ever. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmahi? Yes, I suppose that is correct. The witness does have a solid alibi.
Oh.
What? Because he was at the scene. He was at the crime place. Recall the defense that at the time of the magic show, Mr. Reetons, Mr. Reetons was at Take Two TV. A fact that many people can easily attest to. That's right, I forgot about all that. So, what do you think, Your Honor? Would you like me to testify on the matter? Yes, I think you'd better. Please, tell the court more about your alibi. Very well, then. On with the show! Are you watching, Magnified Grammary? Time has finally come for my magic to snuff out your precious pedigree. The Grammary line will be no more. This looks like a dog shit Doctor Strange skin. This is like a beach, like all the Marvel Rivals characters get a beach skin. This is his.
God. It's so bad.
I was at the Stevie station at the time of the Penrose performance. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. And there it is, simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth. Why would you not want to be there for something so big as that magic show, especially when you have plans for it? Just saying. Is it not weird that he went above and beyond to not be there? In quotes, not be there? Instead, be somewhere where he could have a bunch of alibis. I did not grace the theater with my presence until after the incident. So, how could I have committed the murder from behind the scenes and then you came out publicly after? His staff did say he was there at the station. So, it sure does sound like a rock-solid alibi. But that can't be right. If Mr. Reetons is the killer, he'd had to have been there at the theater. There's gotta be a hole somewhere in his story. I assure you there are no holes on Mr. Rios' stage. No tricks, no gimmicks. True magic doesn't need trapdoors to escape through. Do enjoy my show to the fullest. And my real alibi. We just gonna push all of them. Why not?
Hold it!
But you did come to the theater eventually. Isn't that right? Indeed, anxious to see how the show was progressing, I made my way to the theater. Let's see, my journey took about 10 minutes by car. Could he actually have been at the theater during those 10 minutes? Killing the victim? Allow me to stab at reading your mind. Aha! Could I have been at the theater during those 10 minutes killing the victim? How in the... But no, I took a taxi. The driver can attest to that. Feel free to call the taxi company if my word does not satisfy you. The driver is a big fan of the ratings rush. I even gave him my card. Gave the driver his card? That was very clever of him. You might as well give it up, lad. Questioning real magic is a fool's errand. Besides, you know very well what I was doing at the time of the incident. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show.
Hold it!
What was this other TV show you were working on? My own special project, you see. One moment. Perhaps this is more appropriate. It's a Rating Raja special production. Yeah, hang loose, baby. It's called Desperation Regeneration. He switched personas just to say that? What's the show about? Washed-up has-been singers and comedians get together and play musical chairs. The winner of the game is given a second chance at their career. That's crazy.
Wow.
A priceless prize for chumps who washed up too early in life. Sounds great, right? Might I suggest you appear on that show, Mr. Justice? Girl, shut the fuck up. My god. As the ex-lawyer who used to make ridiculous bluffs in court and faded sadly into obscurity. And let the Rating Rajas produce my TV debut? Not in this lifetime. You have great reactions, who knows? TV might be your true calling. Hey, whose side are you on? In any case, I was overseeing the production of this program during the Penrose performance. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. We did. How do we know those staff members aren't in cahoots with you? Yeah, because they gave us edited footage, bro. I make it my business to perform solo. My magic has neither need nor want of assistance. After all, one of them could reveal the secrets behind my magic. Could they not? So he doesn't trust anybody, huh? He's the complete opposite of Trucy. There were many people here in the studio audience who saw the witness as well. Even if he had been able to persuade his own staff to cover for him, he could not have convinced so many complete strangers to do the same. He really has made a rock-solid alibi for himself. Yeah, it's almost too good, you know? It's eerie how perfect it is. Has all been revealed to you now? And there it is. We're gonna make.
Hold it!
I've got it. Do you have a brother? A brother that looks exactly like you, maybe? Again with the twin business? You think the audience will let you get away with using the same gimmick twice in a row? You do not believe him, Defense. Why not investigate for yourself? Though I'm sure your efforts will prove to be thoroughly fruitless. Yeah, I guess the twins theory is a little far-fetched.
I hope not. Nasty man.
His alibi really is airtight. I believe we heard enough. While I believe the witness does indeed harbor some ill will against the defendant, there is no reason to doubt that he was at the TV station at the time of the incident. Yes. The facts prove it was impossible for the witness to have been involved with this crime. These last rites for the victim have dragged on long enough. And the soul of the victim himself is so bored that it is resting on top of your honor's head. It is? The time has come. Let us punish the sinner and guide the victim's soul to the Twilight Realm. Apollo, Trucy will be thrown in prison and will be out of a job. But if you catch tasty fishies, will you sell me some at the good price? I told you I have absolutely zero intention of going on the tuna boat. Oh my gosh. Think, Justice, you have to figure this out. It's no use. It's no use! I can't find a single flaw. So what now? Behold, my never-ending magic show. Come for the awe-inspiring showmanship of the great Mr. Rios, and stay for my grand illusion until the end of time. Wait, is he saying that we're still trapped inside some sort of illusion of his? That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there. In other words, you make us see illusions, right? We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't. And what we say isn't there actually is. See, that was a good flashback. You know why? It didn't happen 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Could it be? You know what, Mr. Reitens? I guess we have all been spectators to the elaborate illusion you've prepared for us. An illusion that was subtle, that had subtlety turned our attention towards something you wanted us to see. What are you going on about, lad? Have you got something, Apollo? I just remembered something Trucy said about misdirection. What a magician says there really isn't. Says is there really isn't. And what they say isn't there actually is. If we've all been taken for a ride by Mr. Ritz's magic, then maybe he's made us see something that wasn't really there. It's time to rethink all of my assumptions about this case. What have we been made to believe was there when it actually wasn't? What have we taken the absolute facts? What have we taken to be the absolute facts of this case? If I reevaluate the validity of these things, then just maybe... Athena, there's something uncanny about this case. Okay, then what is it? Reeton's alibi is too perfect. That's true. It's like it's impossible to break, no matter how hard we try. But maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's exactly what he wants us to think. I'm not following. We're not making any headway here because we've been so focused on breaking his alibi. Oh, I think I get it. You're saying he's using misdirection on us, right? It's definitely a possibility. Would the defense care to share with everyone what it's discussing over there? Your Honor, we believe that if we were to reconsider a certain assumption, we may finally arrive at the truth. In fact, I think we'll even finally see who's hiding behind the curtain, so to speak. And what is this certain assumption you're thinking of? This is one of the key assumptions we've been taking for granted this whole time. What if the culprit was somewhere other than the theater at the time of the crime? What if there was some way to commit the murder without actually being there? If that were the case, then Mr. Reeton's perfect alibi would become irrelevant.
Objection!
His poker face is crazy. How could one person stab another to death with a sword without physically being there? Furthermore, we saw what appears to be the culprit's shadow in the footage.
Objection!
But couldn't we just as easily assume that the shadow does not belong to the culprit? Well, if it's not the culprits, then whose is it? I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. We've all seen something that looks like this shadowy shape before, Your Honor. During the magic show itself. It's the puppet thing, the strings, the winch. In that case, please point it out in the show footage for us. This is the thing that looks suspiciously similar to the shadowy figure of the culprit. The Mr. Hat shadow, right?
Yeah.
Take that!
Doesn't this shadow resemble the suspicious shadowy figure? Not to mention, Mr. Hat's fucking cape was messed up, bro.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it? Miss Wright, could you identify this shadow for the court? Let's see. I believe that's Mr. Hat's shadow. It's from when he was being pulled up from the stage to the catwalk over by the wire. Then could this shadow that's shown later in the footage be Mr. Hat too? No, that's not possible. After Mr. Hat was pulled up to the catwalk, he stayed up there. In other words, the second shadow is from some other figure being pulled up. Some other figure? I'm afraid you need to be more specific than that, Mr. Justice. He's right. We've come this far. I'll just have to figure it out from the clues I have on hand. What is the second shadow shown in the footage? It's him, isn't it? Yeah.
Take that!
If we consider what was happening on the stage at the time, there's only one answer. The shadow belonged to the fake Mr. Rios. In other words, Mr. Man of Mystery. Man of Mystery. The victim? Please take a look at the prank plan script. Mr. Mystery was pretended to be dead, and then fly up into the air after that. Isn't that right, Mr. Reetons? Indeed. And what of it? I contend that's exactly what happened. The victim was wearing a stunt harness around his waist. It was most likely attached to stunt wires so that he could be pulled into the air. So you're suggesting that after pretending to be dead in the coffin, the victim flew up into the air just as the prank script says? Exactly. We just couldn't see him go flying up because the dragon was blocking our view. And that last trick, ladies and gentlemen, is the true piece de resistance. Piece de resistance of the culprit's murderous First of all, Athena rubbing off on you, cause I know speak English. Apollo speak English justice isn't talking about some piece de resistance right now. No, because he was talking crazy to Athena. Athena would be like, "Oh my gosh, bonjour, Apollo," and he'd be like, "Speak English.
This is America.
We speak English here." Like, now there's a switch up, like crazy. Of the culprit's murderous magic show. There's the sweat, baby.
Finally.
Don't tell me you've got it all figured out. Yes, I think so. If we can just look beyond Mr. Reeton's last bit of misdirection, we should finally be able to see the real truth. Didn't Mr. Hat hit that cushion? Like, so that he didn't, like, get fucked up. So there's cushions up there that you hit when you're at the top of the catwalk. When the puppet gets pulled up. So if they were to pull him up like that too, they would have cushions just in case, you know, for damage or whatever. Now, what if his cushions had blades in them? So when he went flying back up,
he got stabbed in the back.
Stabbed in the back because the harness is on his back.
Okay.
The person who thinks all the time, only sometimes.
Absolutely massive brain.
The victim must have been pulled up to the catwalk just like Mr. Hat. See the cushion? And hit the cushioning up there with considerable force. I just have to figure out what else happened up there at that time. Are you ready to elaborate, Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready. In that case, please answer me this. Why did the culprit make the victim fly up into the air like that? To murder him. Just why did the culprit have the victim fly up after he appeared in the coffin? And how did the victim actually die? When he was only pretending to be dead in the coffin. If we can figure out how these two questions relate, the answers should become clear. Could it be? Mr. Mystery must have thought he was still just part of a prank when he appeared on stage. He probably didn't suspect a thing as he was being pulled up into the air. After Miss Wright was called backstage, and just as the set piece fell, but the culprit had already planted the real murder weapon in a cushion in the catwalk. It was probably a knife or a blade of some sort. What? You mean? Yes, it really was a magical murder. Just as the prank script said, Mr. Mystery was whisked up into the air. And straight into a blade there in the catwalk. In other words, this murder was committed remotely through the use of a magic trick. What? Remotely? Using this method, it wouldn't matter where Mr. Reetons was at the time of the death. Loser from... Look how disgustingly dorky he looks from this angle. Wow.
Every single time I'm disgusted, I can't look at him.
But how exactly does it work, Mr. Justice? Just before the murder occurred. Because also, Mr. Hat's cape was ripped up. Just before the murder occurred. The dragon set piece was up in the catwalk. Like, I think we said this perfectly fine, but whatever, dumbass. It and Mr. Man of Mystery were connected to each other by a wire at the same time. By carrying out the prank plan, Betty made the dragon set piece fall, which caused Mr. Mystery to rocket straight up. Hey, so are we gonna send her for manslaughter now? Or is it just like, fuck Trucy? And into the blade in the cushion.
I would not have guessed that's how he died at the beginning.
Yeah.
The cushion was high up enough to be hidden from the audience's view. That's why nobody saw the blade. Yeah. No, Big Nash in Mr. Hat's cape. The blade must have been set up overhead some time before the magic show. Mr. Hat must have been slashed by it too when he was pulled up to the cushion. I can't believe it. I had no idea. I was told that Trucy would freak out if I made the set piece fall. That's the only reason I did it. You were used, Betty. Roger Reethins used you. I thought he was my little puppet to boss around. But it was the other way around. Duh! I'm sorry, Betty, but like that's a grown man with a lot of power. Never trust them. If you are like a teenager or a young adult, like young, like think like from 18 to like 22 even. These motherfuckers will prey on you, bro. They'll make you think you have power, but you don't, bro. Never trust. Never trust.
Never trust a man.
I thought he was my little... After the incident occurred, Mr. Reetons arrived at the theater. He got the murder weapon and swapped the rubber sword with the bloodied steel one. That's also when he lowered the victim's body down to the stage. But how did he have time to do all that? When the set piece fell, the audience was evacuated from the building. I got nervous. I was right. I was saying the right word. Stupid.
Oh, never.
Oh, it's okay. It happened.
It's okay. The little dream video, and he's like crying. It's okay. I like the Captain Knuckles one. It's okay. It's okay. He was able to do all those things after the fact because there was no one around to see. A horrific murder camouflaged by a spectacular magic show? That sounds like the kind of murder only a magician could pull off. As long as the show proceeded as it was scripted, Mr. Mystery was doomed to die. That's why it was you, Mr. Reetins, who killed the victim, all the way from the TV station. This prank plan, or should I say, murder plan, proves your murderous intent. I'm sorry, was it ever that fucking serious? I'm gonna take the break just to say this. You were a fucking loser. They kicked you out of a fucking magician group. First of all, they shove magicians into fucking lockers, bro. The average person, especially like what's it called, teenagers, think fucking other magician like kids doing magic and shit is nerdy. Like it's a nerdy thing to do. First of all, like who fucking cares if a bunch of nerds kicked you out of the group? Especially when you weren't listening to them too. Like your ass deserved to be kicked out. What was your problem? Like it truly was. You then went on to kill an innocent man that was your fan.
Like
he was your protege. He was your protege because you took him in. That's crazy. You became his mentor. Gramarye! He said, "Shut the hell up." I hope he sets on fire after he's done saying that. Enough. You dim-witted, ignorant, imbecilic, putrid red pepper.
Whoa.
He can't possibly have a counter-argument to make. Talk about not knowing when to let go and move on. Do you have a rebuttal or something? Prosecutor Sadmahi? Whatever. Sadmahi. No blade. Ooh, whoa. Bro was pissed. No blade of any kind was found at the catwalk, which means you have no evidence to support your theory. Oh my god, so crazy. They took the blade down.
No way.
Like, are you not listening? But Mr. Reetons retrieved it after the fact. Which still leaves you with no way to prove your wildly fantastic remote murder theory. But Without proof, does it not make more sense to believe that the murder was committed there on the stage, where the bloodstained sword was found after all? He's literally nervous. Sweating fucking buckets, dude.
Why are you protecting that evil man?
Like, my god. You just don't want to be wrong at this point. You'd rather an innocent girl go to jail.
Literally.
Oh god. I'm so tired.
Again.
I'm taking a breather. Jesus.
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah. You're stronger than me.
That is a very good point. As the only person who could have committed this crime there was on that stage, Trucy Wright remains the prime suspect. It would appear that what you call truth is little more than a cheap parlor trick. In the end, you have nothing to prove the accused innocence. You have done nothing to prove the accused innocence. It is time at last to let it go and move on. I sing this magnifying grammary. My magic is exacting punishment on your granddaughter.
What the fuck?
Hello? Anyone? Anyone heard that? No? Okay.
Is that nuts?
Everyone's
Grammary name is done for. Apollo, we need to hit them with a decisive piece of evidence here. What he just said in front of everyone. I think that's a pretty good piece of evidence.
They're not gonna accept it, though.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, it's not really proof. Like, whatever.
Well, no, he's just saying stuff. What's it called?
It's like,
that one excuse. What's it called? He ain't really on the. He ain't on the internet. I love that picture.
like what?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Mr. Justice, do you or do you not have anything to prove that the witness committed this remote murder you proposed? Of course I do, Your Honor. Mr. Hat. This entire accident was carried out exactly according to the script. Right, so theoretically, there should be no evidence for us to find or use. Hi. Which means our best bet is to see if something unscripted happened. There's gotta be something. When are we doing our Danganronpa, like, text on the screen thing? I've grown quite fond of it. There's gotta be something Retins couldn't have foreseen. Betty's thing. Or not Betty, the other one, Bonnie. Bonnie's mistake. Remember she put Mr. Hat on the wrong one? That's why Mr. Hat got damaged. And once I find it, that's how I'll expose his murderous trick. Get ready, Mr. Retins, because I'm about to reveal the secret to your magic. There were no tricks or gimmicks here, just some good old-fashioned logic. Facts before feelings, Mr. Retins. Facts don't care about your feelings. As long as the magic show went as scripted, the murder would happen without fail. Everything in this case was carefully planned so that no evidence would be left behind. Still, one thing happened that definitely wasn't on the plan. What part of the magic show was part of the show's original script? Wasn't a part. Look at that. Bonnie made a mistake. Bonnie made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. What mistake did Bonnie make during this magic trick? Because Bonnie placed Mr. Hat to the right of the coffin instead of to the left. Trucy had to reappear on the side of the coffin opposite to the one in the in the show script. Oh, but the culprit didn't know that when he first arrived to the theater, which means he was bound to make a slip-up when he tampered with the crime scene. Which part of the culprit's cover-up attempt was affected by Trucy's new position? Blood was on the wrong side of the coffin.
Woo!
Thinking Trucy had appeared on the left, the culprit must have put the blood in the left hole. But the blood was eventually discovered in the right hole during the police investigation. If the killer had originally put the blood on the left side, that means he must have tampered with the scene again afterwards to make it line up with the facts. To make the crime scene consistent with the facts, the culprit must have swapped the coffin sides. That's why the freaking box was backwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you? You're so smart, dummy.
That's right. The left and right panels of the coffin are interchangeable. The culprit must have switched the two panels to make the bloodstain fit the facts. But the switch must have also given rise to something unnatural. Oh, I remember now. There was something unnatural about the coffin, and it's just the evidence I need. The fingerprints. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Apollo, wow!
Oh my god.
Rose, ugly! Oh my God! Is that what everybody else sees? No wonder they get so irrationally angry. Oh my God!
Change your position.
Apollo only fine from angles. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I can't keep defending you like this, please.
No wonder they be shitting on him. Golly, bro, ugly from the front. That's all they see. Oh my God. Sorry, Mr. Retons, but I have some very conclusive proof of your guilt. Another bluff, is it? There's no way you have anything of the kind. My magic is real, No. There are tricks and gimmicks to it, just like any other illusion. What? After the murder, that was the first, like, real clue we got, too. The real clue that we really picked up. That the fingerprints were backwards, like, he was facing the opposite way.
Yeah.
Apollo's 3D model is a little wacky sometimes. That wasn't wacky, he was actually, like, disgusting to look at. You switched the left and right panels of the coffin, didn't you? And because you did, you left behind something very unnatural for us to find. This proves that Roger Retons tampered with the crime scene after the murder took place.
Take that!
The fingerprinting results? What about the fingerprint is unnatural? Let's take a closer look at the prints that the victim left inside the coffin, shall we? If the victim was facing toward the front, If the victim was facing forward in the coffin, his prints should have looked like this. However, what we found was they were facing the opposite direction. It's quite unnatural for the prints to be facing this way. Wouldn't you agree? It is strange, isn't it? But how did they get this way? I just told you, you old fuck.
He does not listen.
Like, what the fuck? How did that happen? They got this way because the culprit thought the magic show had gone according to script. The culprit thought Mr. Hat would be on the left side of the coffin, and that Miss Wright would also pop up to the left of the coffin as per the show's script. He then assumed she had thrust the sword into the hole on the left side of the coffin. That's why he put blood on the left hole when he was trying to cover up his crime. But sometime after leaving the bloodstain, the culprit must have realized his mistake. He found out that, due to Bonnie's mistake, Mr. Hat was on the right side of the coffin. And that despite the script, Miss Wright had thrust the sword into the hole on the right. In short, the hole with blood on it was... in short, the hole with the blood in it was on the opposite side that Trucy used. To make the blood's location fit the facts, he had to tamper with the evidence again. So he tried to cover his tracks by switching the coffin's left and right panels. Oh, and that's how the fingerprints in the coffin ended up backwards? Because the culprit switched the two side panels around. The prints ended up facing the opposite direction. But instead of going to all the trouble with the panels, why didn't the culprit just wipe the blood away and redo it on the other side? I'm afraid that wouldn't have worked, Your Honor, because of a little something called luminol testing. Not him being super smart, that's crazy. Ah, right, luminol, I almost forgot. Who the fuck would spray for luminol? Like, the chances of spraying for luminol, like, we didn't spray for luminol, we just guessed. The only reason luminol is being brought up is at the idea. We would not have used whatever. Luminol can detect trace amounts of blood, even if it's been wiped away, right? That's right. Wiping the blood away would have only served as proof of his meddling. How about it, Mr. Reetons? Did a pretty good job figuring out your trick, didn't I?
Objection!
Trucy Wright could have done... Trucy Wright could have done the same just as easily. You have no proof that you have no proof that it was this witness who tampered with the evidence.
Objection!
But I do have proof. What? A person who was in the magic show would never have made the mistake of putting the blood on the wrong side. Least of all, Miss Wright, who surely would have remembered she was on the other side. Oh my, you're absolutely right. Why, you impudent. I'm sure you've realized by now, Prosecutor Sadmahi, that your claim that Miss Wright is the culprit just doesn't hold up. You accuse...
Objection!
Oh. Really? Miss Wright and I? Because I think you're the one with a ticket there for trying to convict an innocent girl.
I'll follow you, Mom.
Ooh!
Oh,
Yeah! Prosecutor Sadmahi, are you alright? As for the true culprit, he don't even gaff. He said, bitch, we're going to hell? You're going to hell. And he was like, what's it called? You know the SpongeBob meme? And he's like, you're making OCs? That's cringe. You're cringe! And then he looks in the mirror and he's fucking crying.
I'm cringe.
As for the true culprit, he is someone who knew how the show was supposed to go, but didn't actually see it. And someone who had the chance to tamper with the crime scene after the incident. And the only person who fits that bill is you, Roger Reetons. Grammary! Of all secrets to your tricks, all of the secrets to your tricks have been revealed. And with no tricks left, I'm afraid your show has been cancelled permanently.
Nice.
All of my secrets have been revealed, you say?
Uh-oh.
You about to sleight of hand a gun and start fucking lighting the place up. Fuck.
Follow the
Don't make me laugh, boy. Mine is the true, real magic. There are no secrets to reveal. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the true power of the great Mr. Rius. Witness a magic far greater than troop gramarys. Burn! Crumble! Fall to my furious flames! The great Mr. Rius, how was I supposed to read that? Will bring an end to you all. Mind you, in his mind, almost all these people are dead. And now for the final heir to the Grammarly name, right here now. Shall burn! No, this isn't right.
Oh.
No, I didn't do anything wrong. No, this isn't my fault. I'm not the one to blame. I'm the victim here. What? Stop! No! Curse your Grammarly!
Golly.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
way scarier than if he fully fell. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, well he's back up. He's okay. Curse those Grammarys. It's all because of them. Even now, they wound me. Curse them all to the abyss! Do you really hate us that much?
Oh, Trucy.
Does your hatred run that deep? Deep enough to kill an innocent man? You're damn right. You have no idea what humiliations I had to suffer. I had to work a 9 to 5 at Walmart because of you motherfuckers. like,
Walmart.
your grandfather at Magnify Grammarly kicked me out after I got hurt practicing my magic. He said I was too unskilled, that I would mess up on stage. He threw me out of the troupe because he was worried about his own reputation. How much you want to bet we're going to look at it? And they were like, hey man, you need to calm down because you got injured. We're worried about you. You can't be coming on stage.
Yeah.
This is like the final word. You can't come on stage. Don't do that. And he went on stage anyways against their will. And they were like, well, you don't fucking listen to us, so get the fuck out. We're not going to risk your life. He threw me out of the troupe just because he was worried about his own reputation. Since I was but a child, it was always my dream to become a great magician. But that Magnify, he took it all from me. But that's no excuse. That's no reason to do something so evil. Magic is supposed to make people happy, not used as a means for murder. What's the big deal? I just used what I had available to me. That's all. Mind you, it's him using and abusing real human beings that trusted him and believed in him.
Literally.
I get it now. That attitude toward magic is when my grandfather kicked you out. You don't deserve to call yourself a magician!
Eat him up.
Don't deserve? I don't know about that. After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? If not for the lawyer over there, you wouldn't be on your way to prison as we speak. You're right. I didn't see through your tricks. You see? So in the end, Troop Grammarly was defeated by the great Mr. Rius. You're not fit to lecture me on from. No, you're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trucy Wright. You don't deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn.
insane.
It's tweaking out.
Take that, Grammary. You lose! If anyone needs to learn to let it go and move on, it's this guy. This court and my prison can both burn in the flames of my creation. Yeah, how the fuck is he doing that?
Yeah.
He's done it a few times. I ignored it, but I think he really got fire in his hand, y'all.
Yeah. Your baby's gonna burn.
Bailiff, kill this guy.
Please!
And bring a fire extinguisher just to be safe.
Do you think it's because of his watch?
No clue. They definitely didn't make a reason for why it does that.
Yeah, they're like, but magic.
It looks like we've reached the end. I feel as though I've been watching a grand magic show. It was close, but we barely made it through somehow. Huh? Why does Trucy look so down? Because he just told her that she's not fucking deserving of her, like, title as a magician. Sorry, I have to adjust. Miss Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I'm about to announce my verdict. Could I see that wonderful smile of yours? That smile of a true entertainer, as I do? Yes, Your Honor. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Trucy Wright, not guilty.
Oh, she's so cute.
The judge does one good thing ever. Like, let's go. He said, come on, come give me a smile. Court is adjourned. Thank you for everything, Polly. Oh, Trucy. Graziadio. Now you can open your show tomorrow, just as planned. Yep, and it's all thanks to you two. Oh, but now that Mr. Rios is gone, I'll need to find somebody to replace him. Do not look at me. I don't like the way she's looking at me.
No.
Look at that, you got two of them. Trucy, I'm sorry about everything. Hey, what are you apologizing for? Roger Reetons used us. We're victims too. Hey, so you could be victims and also have victims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hello? He even made me an accomplice to murder. But Betty, we have to take some of the blame for this too, you know? Even if we didn't know he was planning to kill Mr. Mystery, we did cooperate with him. It's all my fault, isn't it? Neither one of you is to blame. The only one in the wrong is the person who used magic to commit murder, Roger Reetons. No, they a little to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think I know that? Nah, you looked mad. You looked mad guilty for a second there. Say what you want, but don't think for a second that I don't still hate you. Oh, I guess she really does hate me. But Betty, why? You used to be a huge fan of Trucy's. Hey, shut up! I've always hated her. Really? But if we hadn't seen Trucy's magic show, we never would have tried to become a professional magicians ourselves, right? Speak for yourself. But, Betty, just shut up! Was she acting that way this whole time because she secretly loves
Oh,
What?
okay.
Ooh. Wow. Trucy never knew that being the best could be so tough. I never knew that being the best could be so tough. Come on, Bonnie. We're leaving. We have to get ready for tomorrow's show. You're really excited about performing with Trucy again, aren't you? That's not true. So zip it, dummy. Hey, Betty gets to be her own person now. She can have like a whole new costume and everything.
God.
Polly? Do you think I really am a naive greenhorn? I'm scared. I'm gonna look that word up.
It's not, like, bad. It's just, like, rookie.
Huh? No way. She's not.
Oh.
After all, we're completely... Okay, we just read this. Like, that's not... This is, like, actually insane.
Ugh. This game.
After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? If not for that lawyer over there, you would be on your way to prison as we speak. You're right. I didn't see through your tricks. You see? So in the end, Troop Gramarye was defeated by the great Mr. Rias. You're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trucy Wright. You don't even deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn. We just saw that, by the way, like within 5 minutes ago.
That. We did not need any of that.
Yeah.
Trucy, don't tell me you're... Like, that was way too much, too. We could have just saw that one page of him saying that, and then flashback.
Literally.
Don't tell me you're taking what Riton said to heart. Well, maybe a little. I didn't see through his tricks, and I let myself be taken in by his magic. Hey, so he killed someone. He's like actually insane. Like, I would not take his shit serious ever. I can't trust myself anymore. Maybe he was right to call me a greenhorn. You shouldn't take you shouldn't take stock in his words. He doesn't even know the first thing about you. Huh? You're a wonderful Gramarye magician. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Apollo. But what makes you say that? I know you're a wonderful Gramarye magician because of this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Take that!
My grandfather's notebook? Oh, my bad. My grandfather's notebook? The Gramarye Creed. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. When you performed your magic trick in court today, you showed the world your dedication to your troop's creed. Even through all the jeering, you kept a smile on your face and won the crowd over. You are everything Magnify could have hoped for in an heir. You are a great magician, Trucy. A great magician? Me? You really are. That's why you don't have to worry about what Riton said. No, Polly, thank you. Still, I couldn't have done it without you. I would have lost my nerve if I had been up there alone. But I was able to keep on smiling because of you. Me? I remember what you said to me in the detention center. See, now this is a flashback.
Yeah.
After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right? Yes, I remember doing it. Then I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy. But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Your words were what kept me going. Oh wait, that's her. Your words are what kept me going.
Got their puberty.
Thank you, Apollo. What? Trucy? Apollo, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now I can be everything I was meant to be. Trucy's real smile is the best. I'm so glad I could help make that happen. Emma? I'm really sorry, Trucy, for everything. But why? Well, I wasn't able to convince Prosecutor Sadmahi what a good person you are. And I had to testify against you, too. You have nothing to apologize for. You were just doing your job. You're too kind. No, I don't know about... Huh? Is something wrong, Emma? Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Ooh.
Jesus! Like, gorgeous, but oh my God! Prosecutor Sadmahi, what are you doing here? Detective Sky. Yes? I require your forensic expertise in order to close this case. Come, let's go. Wait, Prosecutor Sadmahi! The trial is over, Mr. Justice. You and I are strangers once more, with no further need to interact. Strangers? Have you really forgotten all about me? What? You've really changed, Nayuta. Telling me to let it go and stuff. What happened to you? A lawyer and pure soul. I have nothing to say to the likes of you. Are you serious, Nayuta? Now, if you will excuse me. Damn, they should have faded him out slowly. That was fucking disgusting. Why did he clip in like that? Clip in and out. That was awful. There he goes. What was that all about, Apollo? How do you know Prosecutor Sadmahi? Let's just say we're old acquaintances. He was so angry he no-clipped.
He had to get out.
He said, you know what? I can't do this.
Enough is enough.
Just gone. Now you I just can't do this. I gotta go. Just gone. Just immediately. Acquaintances? It seemed like something more than that. Yeah, well... You don't like to talk about your past, do you? Because you always change the subject. I guess I'll have to talk about it someday. But for now... Come on, let's forget about the past. Whoa! Come on, let's forget about the past. And celebrate Trucy's future. Sure, if you say so. Hey, it's Mr. Wright! Put him on speakerphone, Apollo. And you... they freaking answer the phone.
Screaming.
Hey, Apollo. Oh my God. Fuck, did you finish that up? I'm so glad you were able to do it. Amazing. You're the only one I thought could do it. I mean, fucking Athena's incompetent as fuck. I wasn't expecting her to be able to do it. Am I on speakerphone?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. What's up, Mr. Wright? Apollo, how's Trucy? What happened at the trial? Did you get the not guilty verdict? Mr. Wright, slow down. Everything's fine. Hi, Daddy. I'm okay now. She was found not guilty in a very dramatic turnabout. Plus, we saved the office. If anything, I think he owes us money. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
It was a great victory for Apollo. Whew, that's a load off my mind. I can't thank you enough, Apollo. Now I know I can trust you to hold down the fort anytime. Me? Really? Yes, you. You're a real full-fledged lawyer now in my eyes. A full-fledged lawyer? First of all, I've been doing this for 2 years. I was already a full-fledged lawyer. But whatever.
Yeah.
I still can't wrap my mind around it. Thank goodness you were there to take care of everything. And thank you, Apollo. No need to go that far, boss. Especially not in front of everyone. Oh, that, by the way, I won't be able to make it to tomorrow's show, so I was hoping you could go. You'll do that for me, won't you? Of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Oh, okay, well.
Wow, okay. Really? Wow.
Just straight up say, I got what I needed. Good luck, everybody else. I got the craziest. I know once I get this out my fucking system, it's gonna go crazy. It has to be. No way. I keep blowing my nose. I keep clearing my throat, like sucking in to try to get whatever is there and then spitting out. But it's not working. Full-fledged. So Daddy asked you to come to tomorrow's show, huh? As my assistant, right? Not a thank you for saving his daughter, his job, and office. Wow. But he did say thank you. What are y'all talking about? See, this is how you know that everybody's tired, bruh. he said, thank you, Apollo. He literally said that. Thank goodness you were there to take care of everything, and thank you, Apollo. He literally said it. Like, he glazed the fuck out of him, and then he said, thank you. Oh, look enough. Phew, that's a load off my man. I can't thank you enough, Apollo. He said that early, too. It was like the first thing he said before you started glazing him, and then he said a thank you again. Guys, we don't listen. We? No, he just asked me to go cheer you on. Okay, then I'll be sure to save you the best seat in the house, Polly. It's gonna be on the stage. The best seat in the house? I really appreciate the thought, but... Good, then it's settled. Oh, no. Please be animated. Oh.
Objection!
I should have known.
Oh, this.
Yeah!
Next victim.
That this is what she meant! Magical girl Juicy Wright will now perform her greatest illusion yet. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, ladies and gentlemen. This is real magic. Don't say that murderer's lines. Wait a minute. You're kidding, right? There is a trick or gimmick, right? I'm too young to die! Now then, Mr. Hat, you know what to do with that sword. No, wait, stop!
Follow.
And that is how Juicy and Gramarye Land ended on a rousing high note. With a big round of applause and Polly's ear-splitting screams. What kind of an ending is that?
Poor Apollo.
Yay!
I'm so tired.
I think we all are.
He keeps getting beat up. Poor Apollo.
And as we usually do, we get to watch the animation in the beginning of the next one.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions.
Uh-oh.
Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down.
You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on. We're small fries compared to... Huh?
Oh, alright then. Oh,
We back in Kurian.
people just getting murdered left and right, I guess.
Yay! Alright, everybody, we're ending there. Goodbye! Bye, everybody! Bye!
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.